Welcome back to another edition of the YodelCast. I am your host, Doc. Let us solo casting map 2 for you tonight between Egocentric and Slamurai for the number 8 spot on the TWL ladder. We have Sunstar, a map we have not seen in a long time competitively, so I'm very excited to see how this plays out. I expect that Egocentric is going to struggle because I don't think they've practiced basically at all. So I'm going to go ahead and predict Slamurai with a fairly easy victory, which will hopefully bring us to a third map and a lot more fun. With that said, as this map does get underway, I'm going to give you guys a roster rundown. On Blood Eagle, we have Slamurai with Shottingham, Lover, Annihilism, Draenor, Nitrous, Freaky, and Rhynex. And on Diamond Sword, we have a couple changes for Egocentric, now running with Qualm, Xanther, MStarMeat.org acronym, Ben Folds, and Sweetness. So I believe they've swapped out David Bowie and put Xanther in, who is running in a Technician. And we have a Technician on the other side with Annihilism as well. So a couple really interesting things going on here. I'm going to love to see how this plays out. I believe both teams are going to try and take care of this force field area here because they want to give their cappers a little bit more choice in terms of their route, as Freaky gets the first grab off, but he gets sniped out very quickly and goes down. I may follow a capper once or twice as Qualm comes in and makes a really nice grab, getting out with full health but very slow. Already down to sub 500 health from that sniper. In the meantime, Shottingham had picked up the flag in the field, but he was taken out, so this could be a timed return. Xanther returning it a little bit early, but Qualm is going in. Freaky, you can see they're flying in, trying to make an E-grab, does get the grab, bounces off. He's probably not really going to go anywhere, just buying his team some time as Nitros is coming in here trying to take out Qualm. Isn't going to be able to do so. Rhynex does get a nice shot off Qualm all the way down. Oh, the flag was in a horrible spot, not really close to any of his teammates, and they did get the return. So as you can see on the Egocentric side, their generator is down, and therefore the force field's down, so it's going to be interesting to see if Freaky is able to run a route specifically designed to take advantage of the fact that the force field is down. We can see Xanther is in the Technician, so he's probably going to be trying to repair it, which means they are running with a 4 defensive strategy with one guy in the generator the whole time. It is back up now, so Freaky was running a route. He's in a little bit of trouble. And you can see Acronym doing some snipes, I assume, onto Freaky. Although I don't see him out there anywhere. There we go. So he was sort of doing a backish route, but in the meantime, Qualm is just continuing with that side-to-side route. Not going very fast, but you don't really need to. There's some good chase coming on him, though. Wow, he is being mauled, and he gets sniped down by Lover. Freaky, in the meantime, did manage to make a grab, but he wasn't going to be able to do enough, and this flag is probably going to be returned by Shottingham because no one really was coming from Egocentric to meet Qualm. They really need to get someone on that because that's twice now he's been all alone, and they've gotten an easy kill and a return, so a bit of a shame there from Egocentric. I think they missed a good capping opportunity, but instead we are stuck with a 0-0 scoreline. You can see Rhynex is heading down there. He is in the Infiltrator. He did just get taken out here by Xanther, who has turret up down there, is keeping the generator up to Mark 4 already. They do have pooled credits, I believe, so it's not all that hard to do. Only one turret, though. I'm surprised. I would have expected to see a second one. He's probably got a second one up somewhere else. They are taking advantage of the generators of the force field as well. Freaky comes in, but gets taken out by Xanther, so good play there from Xanther with the Technician Thumper, as Rhynex was coming in to try and pick up the flag in the field, but he gets taken out. Qualm, in the meantime, continuing that route, but he's going very low and does get sniped. No one really here to do anything about it as well, so this is going to be an easy return for Freaky. He really could just go on to capping, but he is going to get the return and leave it back up to his defense. So Egocentric has gotten closer to capping, but they also haven't exactly been playing all that well. They need to get someone there to escort him, or else this whole thing is basically pointless, as we see Rhynex there trying to do a little bit of dueling, but seems like a bad idea, and he gets taken out very quickly by the combination of MStar and Sweetness. On the other side, they are starting to take advantage of the force fields as well, with Draenor running that Hoff, Lover doing the sniping, Annihilism staying in that Technician, and Shottingham in the Pathfinder ready to do some chasing at a moment's notice. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at their offense, since both teams are running the 3 offense strategy, which is very different since they were normally running a 4 offense, 3 defense strategy, and now they are heavy because they need that. They feel like they really need the generators up, and so it's going to be a very tough nut to crack, as we saw Freaky there did just get taken out by a lot of chain gun fire, and even if he grabbed the flag, nothing was going to happen. Qualm, though, in the meantime, continuing with the same route, but he gets taken out by Nitros, I believe it was. And this is going to be another return, so no cap and almost 5 minutes in. Egocentric's gotten the closest to it, but still no dice for them, so it'll be interesting to see which team manages to crack the other team's force field, both literally and physically. Sorry, both literally and metaphorically. I am really tired. First, as we see, Meat.org is coming in to do a little bit of spam, try and take care of this force field. Qualm is setting up for the exact same route. It's not exactly a fast one, but, you know, it doesn't look like they're going for speed at the moment. I assume they're trying to do some sort of escort game. It's just not really working at the moment. He's going up against 2 force fields, though, and Meat.org comes in way too late to do some spammage. I don't even know what they were thinking there. As on the other side, M-Star's force field does just go down. Rhinex is being sniped. Shottingham coming in to do a little bit of work as well. They might have swapped to a 4 offense strategy. He's trying to take care of Acronym now. He's at least distracting him pretty heavily. Does take down Acronym. This opens up the window, but there's not really any cappers anywhere to take advantage of the fact, and instead Qualm is going to get the grab on the other side, changing his route, going on the other side. 705 health, does get sniped down to 208. Sniper shots are missing, though. He could make this much further home. Maybe should even punt this at 27 health. Does punt it. Sweetness is now ready for the grab, but the flag bounces a little bit awkwardly. Shottingham coming in for the return and does get it. The pop was not enough, and that's a big shame for Egocentric. The flag was lost right there at their base. So a little bit of sloppiness from them. I would have liked to see even more people there trying to, you know, get that grab, secure that flag. Because their defense is not cracking right now. The other cappers have not even gotten really anywhere with their attempts. And if they get a cap off, that could be, you know, 1 cap could be enough in this game with the way it's looking. I'm a little surprised that Slamurai is having such problems. I would have thought they'd, you know, since this map is their pick, I would have thought they'd have practiced this a little more and maybe had some sort of upper hand, I guess you could say, compared to Egocentric, just simply because they had more practice, but it doesn't seem to be the case as Qualm gets taken out there by Drainar, so that's their offense taken care of for now. So taking a look at it, we have M-Star with 3 mines, Sweetness, not really anyone coming in here to do any distractions. Nitros there, chucking a couple Mervs, but not really going anywhere. I don't see any cappers setting up anywhere. Nope, just Nitros. Oh, there comes Freaky coming in, but there's still force field life. He's not really getting anywhere. It does go down to the force field. Rhinex is going down to the generators, so it looks like this offense has not really going anywhere. As Shottingham came flying in there to try and make a grab, but no dice on that. Meat.org checking some grenades in here, got some nice clearing going on. The thing is basically clear. Ben Folds with some more nice clearing. Qualm comes in and does manage to get out a little bit, but he is so badly hurt. Sniper fire coming in missing. If he gets sniped here, this flag will be dropped right down into the pit. No, instead of punting it, he elects to keep going, and it looks like it may pay off. He's now being escorted by Sweetness, and he might just make this the first cap. There's probably a couple people coming in here to crash the stand, but they do go down. Oh, Qualm gets sniped out by Lover, a great one. Unfortunately for the Slamurai side, their capper did miss the flag, and just too little too late from that infiltrator, and Rhinex and Egocentric takes the first cap. So it's going to be up to Slamurai now to mount a hefty response, because, you know, they haven't had any luck so far in about 8.5 minutes of play, and they at least need 1, if not 2 caps to keep this game going. I don't know what happened in the event of a tie, so I'm going to go ahead and say they need 2 caps at least for this, so it's not looking good for them. But they still do have 16 minutes, so it's a little premature of me to announce this victory. Shottingham here switching to an infiltrator. Either they're going really heavily to take down these generators, or they are going to do distracting. Nope, it does look like they will be going after the gens. There is a turret here that they have to take out, so they know they're going to the gens now. He doesn't have much energy, and a little bit of fire coming in there. Sweetness doing some random spam. Just trying to take care of Shottingham, and Sweetness gives up. So Shottingham's going down there to the generators. Gonna let him do his thing as he does get spotted, and he will likely be, well, he's possibly gonna be able to take this generator out. But for how long is the question. In the meantime, Freaky just in time does get hit, though, by that turret. That's a shame. The turret is fully upgraded. I don't believe there are any rules against that. In the meantime, Qualm getting out with another side-to-side grab, but he's very low. 1 sniper shot will finish him off, and it's going to come in any second. There we go. Flag is going to bounce down, and that's an instant return. So a little bit of a shame for them. Ben Folds was there ready to make the grab, but you know, that's the way it works. Maybe should have chucked it or punted it or something of that sort, and they might have gotten it, but no dice. And the flag just falls into the pit of doom. It gets returned. So Freaky is setting up. He's probably a good 15-20 seconds out. So some spam starting to come in now from Nitros. Getting this flag stand clear. That force field is very low. There is only a mine on there. M-Star is very low as well. There we go, some nice spam from Nitros. Takes everything out on the stand. The stand is completely clear. So Freaky comes in the next couple seconds. He could get a nice grab off. We see he is setting up now. Xanther is ready to try and intercept him. Nitron, Sweetness is also there. They do spot him. He's probably going to be taken out. He does get the flag, though. He may possibly be getting out, but no, he gets taken down by M-Star. Some nice chain gun fire from him, which is good for them because he was out with quite a bit of speed. Shotting him, trying to pick this up, does pick it up, but gets sniped immediately by Acronym. Nihilism trying to do something about it. He's going to pick it up, but he's going to go down very quickly. He goes down to the base turret, actually, and the flag is returned. On the other side, Drainar getting heavily hit by Meat.org. That's going to be a problem. Qualm is still a little ways out, so... Oh, Drainar does get taken down, so there's really no defense on this stand right now. There's no force field, no mines. Qualm coming in now, but he's pretty slow. Shottingham is there, does get taken out by Qualm, but nice body block from Lover. Prevents Qualm from doing anything. He picks it up all in vain as he just gets taken out. Great play there from Lover. Glad to caught that one on camera as Freaky there in the back gets taken out by the sniper. So, yeah, that was a great body block by Lover, preventing that grab. It was a free open stand, and he just wouldn't stand for it. Since we do have a little break in the action, I'm going to go ahead and mention this very different style from the EU teams. We saw the EU teams were very hesitant to run snipers. They ran them as reaction stuff, but Acronym is just still sticking with it. He doesn't seem to care that much. As Meat.org making a grab, that's kind of surprising. I guess his cappers got taken out or are not even ready, and Drainar with the return. Pretty easy return. Freaky there gets taken out, so offenses will reset. As Qualm did make a small grab attempt there, but he got taken out, not really going anywhere. So going back to that sniper thing, it's going to be very interesting to see whether the EU scene sticks that way or whether they move back to this strategy of running the sniper anyway, because it takes a good timed clear to actually make that extra 5 seconds worth it. But if you do that, it could be pretty crippling, but I haven't seen Slamurai really do much of that at all. Or at least, they haven't successfully managed to outduel and kill Acronym all that much, which doesn't let them take advantage of the huge nerfs. Acronym is also running with a phase rifle. It was the BTX rifle that got pretty heavily nerfed. So he is slightly less effective. He's only going to be affected by that respawn timer. And that may be a reason why they are continuing to run him. But on the other side, the Lover is also in that sniper, and I did not get to see whether he was running the BTX. He is still running the BTX, which is very interesting, as Qualm does pick up the flag. We're going to keep an eye on Lover as he does take out Qualm. So it's interesting that he's continuing to use the BTX after all those nerfs. Meat.org trying to do a bit of spam, but flag's going to be returned anyway. So yeah, if the teams catch on and start taking out the snipers better, I think they're going to really have to consider swapping out the sniper. But for now, they're just really not focusing on the sniper. They don't seem to think it's worth their time. And, well, the snipers are dominating the game as Qualm does pick up the flag. He's got pretty much no health. This is going to be a pretty easy shot for Lover. I expect him to be taken out any second now. And there we go. Nice snipe by Lover. Well, pretty easy snipe, but a good solid, a good sniper never misses those easy shots anyway, so good job by him. But still a 1-0 game. This is still a sniper heaven-friendly map if they don't take care of them. Which neither team is really doing. I don't see much distraction going on at all for any of these people. We are going to keep an eye on Acronym now, just because I'm curious to see if anyone does do anything. I don't think they are, but we'll see. Nitros probably trying to do a bit of Merv spam, but it's so hard to hit it. He does manage to take him out. This could be a chance, except he was taken out as well. Freaky is still fairly far out, and there's really nothing else going on the stand. That force field does get taken out. There's still a mine there with M-Star. Shottingham coming and doing a little bit more spam, but Acronym's likely respawned by now. Freaky's coming in, but it might be a little bit too late. M-Star getting ready for the body block, but Freaky gets taken out by Sweetness instead. So, good attempt there taking out the sniper. It was good. It was great intention. I don't think they actually meant to... Well, they meant to, but it was a little earlier, I think, than they expected. And, you know, a little bit better timing, and if... Oh, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. If Nitrous hadn't gone down quite so quickly, they probably would have gotten a nice grab off there. So just a little bit of execution problems there for Slamurai, preventing them from getting that grab off and nice in a way. As Lover gets taken out, that could be pretty huge if they get some nice spam coming in there. Meat.org coming out now, chucking that mortar, but it's missing the... It's missing. There we go. It's gonna hit that force field, which should be very low. It is very low. Capper could take this out. Does get taken out by Ben Folds, but Lover gets a great snipe there on Qualm, hitting him as he was coming in. And these snipers are really dominating the game. They seem to be preventing more caps than anything else, other than maybe the force fields. So I'd be very surprised if they continue to just let them do what they do. Oh, we're seeing a Shrike out now. This is going to be Nitrous in the Shrike. He was running HO before, so I'm very curious. He got in it as a Pathfinder, which means it's got less health, so I don't think they're planning on keeping this around very long. He's doing some defense at the moment, though. I don't get why he wouldn't have run in with the Technician if he was gonna buy a Shrike and not use it for anything except like capping. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what they use this Shrike for, because I expect him to at least maybe use it offensively, try and deal with that sniper, take care of him a little bit. Because that's really the only thing you can do with that Shrike that would be useful. And he did see a little bit of spam from that Shrike coming out, hitting Acronym on the top there, and did distract him fairly well, but they couldn't take advantage of it. I don't think they had enough clearing going on there. You see he's doing a nice little bit of clearing with those plasma cannons from the Shrike, but it's not going to be enough if Freaky is not anywhere ready. Okay, well, Freaky's just setting up now, so they do have a bit of time, but it's still a really weird choice that they would actually buy this Shrike not in Technician and waste a lot of health on it. So we'll see. We'll see if they do have some sort of ulterior motive. There's a missile on it. He's not going to be able to get away with it. 10 health. He's going to really have to... He can't pop out and repair because he's not in Technician. This is all sorts of problematic here. Maybe they didn't... Maybe there's a rule against 2 Technicians, and that's why he couldn't do it. Which is actually entirely possible, and they're just going to lose this Shrike in a second. As we saw a couple people come flying in there. Qualm missed his route, so Meat.org is going to pick up the flag. The Shrike here is going to try and ram him, but doesn't manage to do it. Meat.org chucking a couple Mervs to try and do something, but Lever just comes up right behind him and takes him out. So just about 7.5 minutes left to go. This is looking like Egocentric probably is going to take this, because I don't see really any hope for Slamurai in the future if they just keep doing the status quo. They need to change something up and you know, get some grabs going, because they're just not doing anything. As the Slamurai flag is returned and Freaky just breaks off from his route because there's no point. Sorry about that, had to yawn. I woke up 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so before this game started. And I'm gonna be going right back to sleep when it's over. But with that said, we are gonna follow Rhynex, see if he keeps going for these generators, or whether they're just gonna give up and go for the sniper. I think it's better at this point for them to just say, forget about these generators. It's just not worth it. As he chucks a sticky up there, but I don't think... Nah, their sniper usually hangs out on top. That's right, Acronym is there. He does knife him. This is going to buy them a little bit of time to do stuff, but Freaky is nowhere close. They're just not taking care of the sniper at the right time. And no one's there to really make a grab. M-Star just takes out Rhynex, and Shottingham goes down as well. And yeah, Freaky is coming in, but, you know, by now he's going to have respawned. So, I don't know. You know, they did take care of the sniper. It was just much too early. They just needed to wait a little bit more. And unfortunately, you see the results there. Nothing's coming out of it. So, Lover on the other side, we're just going to take it. We're going to keep an eye on him. See if anyone manages to take him out, because he's sort of what's been preventing Qualm from capping. Qualm's gotten quite a few grabs off, but Lover's been there pretty much every time because Qualm doesn't have great speed. So he needs to, you know, they need to take care of the sniper to allow him to get home, and right now it's just simply not happening. As we saw Qualm setting up in the back there, so we're going to keep this camera on Lover here, see what happens. if there's any distraction at all coming in. I mean, Meat.org is just spamming mortars, but they're not really hitting anything. The force field and the mines are still up, too. So I'm not sure what they're planning. I'm guessing, I was going to say, either Qualm died or he's coming in now. And, but, you know, there's too much defense. He's not going to go anywhere. The mortars are not going to be enough. And Qualm is going to go down. He missed the flag as well. Lover did get taken out, but unfortunately Qualm went down first, so didn't really make much of a difference. And Lover being down at this point is not a big deal because their capper just died, so yeah. Also not necessarily fantastic play, but the Egocentric generator does go down. This is a big chance here for Slamurai to get this tying cap, but Freaky gets sniped there by Acronym. The one time they really could have used that, it came in way too late. Only Shottingham really is here to try and do any sort of distracting. Rhinox coming in much too late, and they're not going to be able to take advantage of these generators being down. They're probably going to go up any second now. I mean, Shottingham's doing some spam here, which is nice, except Freaky is just respawning and is so far out. It just seems like such a waste as Rhinox knifes Acronym, and, you know, it's not going to do anything for them. He's about to be taken down as well. And he's going to need to find a way to get back there in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, as Freaky's going to be in there. So just a little bit of offensive confusion, I think, here by Slamurai is causing them some big problems. They're just not coordinated right now. Their offense is just sort of going in whenever they want, and poor Freaky here is stuck having to try to deal with this whole defense basically by himself almost every time. He is setting up, and only M-Star is really on the flag stand. He misses his Nitron, and the force field gets set up, preventing him from making that grab. In the meantime, Qualm getting out with the side-to-side grab, some sniper fire coming in there, but it's all missing, so it's possible he could make this a 2-0 game, which to me would be an insurmountable lead. I don't see them coming back from that, and he is making it home with 570 health. Only Shottingham coming in to try and chase, but it's not going to be enough. He's coming in way too late, and there we go. 2-0 for Egocentric. I'm actually wondering whether the lightweight perk is banned, because that would explain why the chasing has been fairly weak in this game, and I believe that's the case. I'm going to see if I can find a light defense here. Ben Folds is playing as Pathfinder, so they probably are going to move to a defensive strategy. Yeah, he's only using Reach. If he's using Reach and Egocentric and he's not capping, then he's very likely that we are looking at a ban of lightweight, which certainly would explain things and makes this map a much more interesting pick, because the chasing on this map would normally be very easy if the capper's only getting out with the speed that Qualm is, but without lightweight, the defenders can't really get themselves that big boost of speed to catch up to him anyway, so it's probably why Egocentric is doing very well, because they are managing to get a lot of grabs out and fairly cleanly, and eventually the chasing just isn't going to be able to keep up, and they're getting those caps. So 2-0, 2.5 minutes left to go. I think they're going to be able to take this in a 2-0. I thought this was going to be a very different map. If it was Slamurai's pick, I expect them to be a lot more prepared for it, but they don't seem to have any answer for this basic 4 defense strategy from Egocentric. I mean, Egocentric is executing it very, very well, and that's, props to them, but it's still a pretty, there's nothing out of the blue that I would think would cause any sort of panic in terms of your strategy. Your strategy should basically be set up to deal with something like this, and right now it's just not. I think it's mostly a coordination problem, but still, you gotta work on it. So Qualm does get the flag off the stand, but it's gonna be returned. On the other side, there were 2 heavy offenses being spammed. There we go. Some nice clearing finally pays off as Freaky gets a flag, but he gets hit by a base turret and then sniped down by Acronym, so this is going to be an easy return. So it was nice to see him get the grab off, but it looked like a little bit of an awkward one. He bounced weirdly, and it gave the turret plenty of time to hit him, bringing him very low, right sniper bait, basically. And that pretty much seals the game. They're not going to be able to get 2 caps off in 1 minute 20 with the way this is going. Egocentric's probably just going to stack defense here in a second as Qualm does grab the flag. A 3-0 lead would make this crazy. He's down to 205, gets sniped there by Lover. Meat.org is in that heavy. He's not really going to be able to do anything about it. This flag's just going to sit here. They shouldn't really care all that much about it. They need to get the enemy flag. They do, but it's quickly returned here by Ben Folds. Just under a minute to go. Now it is basically insurmountable. Sweetness, actually, with a Slayer, not even dying. Yes. Well, okay, 39 kills. He's probably died a couple times, but still, Slayer is fairly impressive. on defense for this map. So some good dueling going on here by the Egocentric team to keep all their players alive, which is obviously, as you can see from the 0 caps against them, really effective, as Sweetness gets the curse of the Slayer and gets taken out. Shottingham coming in, trying to do some capping himself though, but he gets chained down very quick, and this flag is just got returned there by Meat.org. 22 seconds left. That will be the end of the game. I'm not even going to bother casting the rest of those 22 seconds. So I will just say thank you all for tuning in. You just watched Egocentric triumph over Slamurai 2-0 on Sunstar. It was the second map, which gives them the 2-0 victory in this best of 3. They will be taking over the 8th spot on the TWL ladder. So good job, well played by them. They had an absolutely dominating defense here on Sunstar. Offenses on both teams were pretty slow, but that doesn't matter because they got 2 caps and that was all that was needed. So they had a nice come from behind 5-4 victory on Katabatic, and now the 2-0 scoreline here. So congratulations to them, moving up to the number 8 spot. That puts them only 2 challenges away from the number 1 spot, which is actually probably a little ways out yet. But until then, thank you all for watching. I am Doc Lettuce. You have been watching the YodelCast, and have a great night.